Is it working? That is the answer we need to know. Is it working? Yes. All right, let's hit this up. Check it out. Check it out. I think we are ready to go. All right, gang. You know what it is? We are short timing it today because I got a lot of packing to do. Well, I packed all my clothes, but I gotta pack tech, and that's important. I have to make sure I'm not taking too much stuff because I'm trying to be chill. But at the same token, try to start a new channel. And then at the same token, trying to make sure that I don't drive my family crazy with way too many things. So this ought to be good. This ought to be good. What is up? Welcome everyone. What's up, CJ? CJ. All right. I'm looking at something super funny on YouTube from our friend Julie. People came to camp. You would know Julie. Somebody was teasing her about clicking her tongue when she talks. I'm like, yo, I do that crap before every sentence. I'm like, and it's just whatever, man. It's just how your tongue is formed. It's super stupid. Um, uh, and there we go. There we go. And that is it. All right, so of course, if you guys got questions, you guys are more than welcome to dive in. I wanted to show you guys something that might help you, maybe. Depends on how you do your stuff. I am curious. Hello, Flo. Good to see you here. What's up, Rich Graham? I am curious right now from the folks who've chimed in early. What are you using as your master LLM? I'm curious. Is it Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, or something different? Over the last 2.5 to 3 weeks, every single one of the major bots have updated their brain cell or whatever you call it, their main model. And the way that they've updated these models is kind of phenomenal all the way across the board. And there's some really cool stuff that you can do that I think a lot of people aren't going to be able to do. Um, Jimmy, I don't know if what I'm going to show everybody will work in Manus, but if it does, this would be cool. All right, so what I'm going to show you guys. I've been still fine tuning mine, but I found a way to fine tune prompts even if you don't quite have enough content. I found a couple different ways to do this. If you have been generating a lot of content, this is going to be easy. But if you haven't been generating a lot of content, it's going to be hard. However, I think there's a couple different ways you can make this work. Um, yeah, see, I'm with you. Gemini is dope, right? It is dope and it's really smart. As a matter of fact, if I had to rank them right now for just everyday general use, Gemini and ChatGPT will fight for first and second. However, Claude is the best writer and Claude is the best coder. And I tend to play around with the coding stuff just to keep the brain mentally sharp. However, when it comes to writing, Claude is hard to beat. Claude is hard to beat. It's pretty good. No. No, encyclopedia doesn't count. As a matter of fact, an encyclopedia would probably be the worst because every single one of these guys has every encyclopedia already built in. You just have to know how to do the double checking. The other thing that I find super funny about encyclopedias, because I grew up as an encyclopedia kid and I loved encyclopedia. Like to sit in the we call it the church room, but the parlor, whatever you call it. In our house, we had the front door, and there's a living room where we can, normal people go, and then there's the parlor. So it was one on each side, and the parlor was like for Rev, Bishop, you know, fancy hat Bible study. Like kids wasn't supposed to go in there. That was for people of influence. We had to go in the living room, which had the little, 19 inches of TV and a box that's about 4 feet long. You guys remember the RCA joint? You open the top, there's a record player and an 8-track. Yeah, so that was in the living room, but the parlor was just for like, sipping and studying the Bible. Yeah, so I used to hang out in there and just read the encyclopedia, right? And the strange part is, by the time you got them joints, they're technically out of date. So the encyclopedia was always backed up with an almanac. At this point in time, yeah, the chats are cooler. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys something, and this should work for just about everybody. It should work. Now, I did this in Claude. See, living room was offline. Yeah, so same thing. So it's either living room and parlor or living room and den. But yeah, same kind of, basically the same thing. We, depending on what side of the family, we call that the den as well. So yeah, you're correct. It was just it's the southern side of the family versus the northern side of the family. All right, so here's what you're gonna do. I don't want to mess up my Claude, so I'm gonna see if I can do this with ChatGPT. I got Claude dialed in. Ooh, I just realized something hella stupid. Since I reinstalled this particular Mac, I don't have ChatGPT on my computer. That's okay. We can do it in the browser. We don't gotta be fancy. Let's make some space, get rid of these things, and we'll just do it in the browser. I don't normally do these things in the browser. Okay, so this is going to be real helpful if you happen to have a way to dictate these things to your bot. As a matter of fact, all you guys using ChatGPT, since it's the best voice version of this, you could do a lot of this with just the voice version. But anyway, I digress. I think the voice version needs to get better at, oh, sorry, Jesus. Oh my God. Sorry, Gretchen. He is beyond stupid. That's what happened when Paul is late. My bad. There we go. It's fired up. It's fired up. Fired up. Oh, Paul is actually here. Paul was here the whole time. Gretchen, you could just go in. Paul is sitting over here like that. What's up? What's happening, Paul? All right. All right. Gretchen, let me just check, because she's old. She's probably going to the wrong place. So I'll text it into the family chat, just in case you go into the wrong place. Okay. All right. I'm doing something real fast. Sorry. Okay. This is good. Okay, where are you guys at? I think this is correct. We made 2 of these suckers. I think Gretchen's in both, so either way this should work, just in case. And hey, Paul, did we add that freaking Valerie to over here? I should just delete her from my phone book, but I'll just add her, even though she get on my nerves. Cantankerous? That's normal, dude. That's normal. Yo, uh, wait. I was like, Rich, I was about to say, what is magic school? I was gonna look it up. What does she really mean instead of magic school? Uh, Magic school, which allows you to do a lot of really cool educational stuff. What is magic school? Anyway, I'm getting confused. Let me not get sidetracked, y'all. There we go. Gretchen is clicking things that she's not supposed to click. There she goes. Bingo. Okay. Let me. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Thank you, Rich. Thank you. Okay. As a matter of fact, so I don't even know how this would work with Magi, but the Magi has something very similar built in, and in a way, it could be better at this. So for Jimmy, man is probably like Magi in the fact that you can just build this kind of as a persona. The problem is okay. So let's make this make sense. If you have generated a bunch of content at some point in time, your persona building tools can help you do this. If you haven't generated a bunch of content at some time, your persona tools are not going to help you do this, right? And so, what I would suggest, if you haven't generated a bunch of content, I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so let me go to ChatGPT. I can't believe that I had all of this time never put ChatGPT on this computer because I normally do it through the app, but let's go. Here's to the browser. So here's a blank ChatGPT. The first thing you want to do is roll down to projects. Oh my God, where'd it go? I can't see sideways. You want to go new project. And all of them have this project. They call it different names with different tools. And let's see, I wonder what these are. Oh, these are dumb. I guess they could be under writing. I'm just curious. But no, we didn't scratch that. We're gonna call this. All right, we can call this YouTube assistant. Actually, content assistant. Actually, I'm gonna double it. I don't know if this really matters, but my brain just doesn't trust that it doesn't know, so I'm just putting it there. Okay. So then, before I create, let me hit the little settings box, and then projects can access memories from outside chats and vice versa, or just inside the project only. In this particular case, you want the top one. Okay. So we're gonna let that be, and then we can go in here and we're gonna create the project. All right, it's brand spanking new. There is nothing. So what we want to do is we want to add some files. Click this. Boom. Add some files. Now, for my add files game, again, this is why it helps if you've actually created some content. And if you didn't, I've been telling y'all this whole time to create some damn content. So, kind of sort of not my fault. I'm going to go grab a bunch of SRTs that I have on my computer. And what SRTs are transcripts from the videos to which you have created. Okay? So if you had done what you posed that had did, and you created a bunch of transcripts, I'm going to go get some of these bad boy. All right? I'm going to just go get some. I'm looking. I'm going to grab that. And I'm going to grab this. Grab that. I'm just looking. I'm trying not to grab. Just grab what you want to do is grab the ones from videos that you think you nailed or you thought you did good on. Even if it didn't come out as pretty as you would have liked. Look, I'm even going to throw in the DaVinci Resolve manual because I might be talking about that. Ooh, you know what I just did, which is super dumb? I am clicking on these videos and I forgot to hold down the button and grab the right thing. All right, so I'm just doing this daily video challenge, using AI wrong, create something today. The more you grab, the better, but I'm not gonna add too many. I'm just add a bunch right now. Damn. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Okay, sorry people, hold on. I forgot to filter it towards the folder where I keep all of my stuff. That way I can do a more easy swipe. Just grab a bunch of stuff. Okay, let me just stick these in here. So I'm gonna drag these in. I don't know why the screen went dumb. Oh, you can't tell me I can't upload more than 25? Jerk. Oh, you suck. Why would you do that? All right, 1 second. Sorry, people. It won't let me do that many. Take out a couple of these. So take this one out. I have no idea why the screen went blank, but we're not going to sweat that right now. We're going to pay attention to what we're doing. Take this one out. I want to make sure take this one out, take this one out. Okay, let's try it. Now drag it in. All right. What happened was it zoomed in. So I'm dragging in these files, right? These are just a bunch of SRTs that I created. Now, what you mean on this plan? I'm on the pro plan. See, this is dumb, bro. On Claude, I have 100 files I can upload. So that's crazy. But once you do this, you can take some of these out, right? Once you build what you're building, you can take some of these out. So anyway, looks like they're all in here at this point. Come here, Chrome. Zoom, I need to make you go away. That's really stupid. I wonder what the answer is on Gemini. I'm on here. No, I don't need to do that. All right, just checking. That was dumb. 10 should probably be enough, honestly. But, I always like to overdo these things. So anyway, we're going to say okay. And then we did that. All right, we got 25 files in here. Now, before we start, we want to put in a prompt engineering prompt. Okay, so I have my prompt. You guys can't see this, but I have a text expander. So I'm going to put it in, and then I'll read it to you. And then I highly suggest you screenshot this. Let me embiggen it. I highly suggest you screenshot that and copy it so that you can make it your friend. Okay? So it's basically saying you're a prompt engineering specialist. Actually, sorry, I'm going to remove this because I don't want to do it in the project right away. I'm going to put this in the project after I've done it. So let's go here. It probably doesn't matter. At least it doesn't on Claude, but I don't know if ChatGPT is different. So I'm going to just make a new one that's outside of the project. But I don't know. Let's try it this way. Okay. Rafi, I'm going to text you something. And then if you can, pop into the back room so we can solve your thingy real quick. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Raphael Ludwig. Even if you have to just come in on the phone, voice, whatever, that's cool. I want to make sure we get you covered before I take off. All right. Anyway, so you're going to say you're a prompt engineer and specialize in creating prompts for AI language models. Particularly, you can change the last part to whatever. Mine, I have a text expander that lets me pick which one I'm working with, right? So in my text expander thing, it'll say Opus 5.2 or Flash 3.0 or GPT 5.2, whatever I'm working with, right? So I changed that right there. Your task is to take my prompt and transform it into a well-crafted and effective prompt that will elicit optimal responses. Format your output in the code block so I can copy it easier, because normally it'll put it in a regular thing and it's harder to grab a hold of. Now, the reason why you want to do this is all of the bots, everybody within the last 2 updates, they can write their own prompts better than you can. So it's better when you're trying to get your questions correct for it to get your questions correct. Okay? Now, we're going to add one more thing, which I call the perfection loop. Okay, and I picked up both of these techniques from Jeff Sue, and I think Paul has the link to the video. I don't remember, Paul. I remember you the one that said you saw this, or if it's somebody else. But if you do have the link, pop it in there. If not, I'll go grab it. I'm going to add one more thing called the PL, which is my perfection loop. And I'm going to give you a chance to copy and paste this sucker because unfortunately it won't fit in the chat. Actually, let me see. Let me try something real cray-cray. Let me go grab this and go to the live streaming joint. Oh, back out. And then go to the page if I can. Open this page in a new window. Stop it from talking twice. Go to, you can't pin a comment yet. You're so stupid. You are so stupid. Huh? Jeff Sue. Jeff Sue. Let's see if I can do this for you guys. This may or may not work. Come on, dude. Let me type, man. What's wrong with you? Oh, that was dumb. I don't trust you guys screenshotting. Some of you guys are driving. Kathy. Oh, come on, dude. PROMPT. There you go. So it's right there. Just in case you need to go and grab it, you can grab it from the description of this video. When the video finishes and YouTube processes it, if I remember, I ain't going to make no promises because I got shit to do today. I will try to go back and add it to the pinned comment. But if not, it's in the descript of this piece. Okay? All right, let's get back to work. Oh, by the way, you should change this to whatever your model is. If you don't know what a model is, we got bigger problems. You better work. Damn it, Paul. Why would you do that to me? You know how my brain works. Okay. All right, here we go. Hey, Boomy, who let Boomy in? So, Paul, you supposed to lock the door. How'd she get in here? I just noticed her over there. Sup, fam? Sup? I was happened to be looking at this other screen and then I seen it. Okay. So anyway, so you're gonna put these guys in here like this, and this is what you're gonna do, right? All right, now here's what we fixing to do. This is where I talk to my bot. Now, I'm gonna give you a couple preferences. I have a bunch of context, so I want you to use context if you have it. If you don't have any context, here's another thing that I want you to do. I want you to go to the chat bot version on your phone, and I want you to tell it to ask you a bunch of questions. Okay? Say, I'm gonna pick Kevin, right? Be like, hey dummy, I'm about to make this golf channel. Oh, so what? What the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? Why are my graphics missing? All right, we got that one. We got B, we got Monty, we got LJ, and we got all in the building. Pigtown is in the building. All because of Raffy. Mahalo, Raffy. I don't know why nothing worked. Where's this thing at? Here it is. It's right here on the screen. Yo, something is odd, yo. That's crazy. The scene is not even locked. That is so weird. That is so weird. Oh, here's the little box. It's out of the frame. I can't grab it, though. Nope. There it is. There it is. Thank you, Raffy. How the heck did the box get out the window? That is so weird. Yo. Ooh, all of these joints. Oh, I know what happened, Paul. I know what happened, Paul. when we started playing around with the beta, it moved all of those joints to the other side. You know, like it's so far shifted over, I can barely grab them. Yo, that is so weird. Let's see if I can find this one. It's way off the screen. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Can I grab it? There, that was okay. Here's what was supposed to happen. Okay. We are fixing it. Yo, see, Glenn told me don't use your regular profile because you can break everything. And well, I didn't listen. That's what happens when you don't listen to Glenn. Let's put that down here where it's safer. All right, now we're cooking with Pam. There we go. There we go. Thank you, Raph. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Listen, I know I said this before, and you guys might not know this, and I would say this is not a sponsored video, but at this point, it almost kinda. Family, I use Raphael's plugin, and every one. Not, I won't say it's all of the 400 and where am I on today? 413 videos, because I gotta count what day he put the plugin out. I was into my 365. And somewhere, I forgot what month he put the plugin out, but Rafi put out the plugin. It's a Final Cut plugin, FCP tools, and I use that sucker every single day. So if you play FCP, I highly suggest you put it in there. And all you need to do is go to Raphael Ludwig. You don't have to say it that way. I'm a weirdo. and go to his website and then get the plugin. It's super cheap, and it will make your job way easier. Way easier. Like, I'm telling you, family, I live in this joint. It's super, super good. Here we go. It takes me to the order status. Come back here. Damn it. All right, here we go. I'll show you. Bruh, this thing is super clutch. Super clutch. I don't know who that weird looking dude is. Just go to the plugin shop. Hey, stop giving me pop-ups. Yeah, bitch. All right. And go and get this joint right here. It really helps. Like, it makes your whole job easier. You could just get the cuts one, and that's kind of good, but then you're going to end up wanting this. And so I keep my edits simple because I got to crank out fast. And so there's two things that I use. I use this, and I use Dylan's thumbnail plugin now, which I'm still, laughing at myself because I always bitched about how much I hated plugins. Wait, what in the heck is this? Oh, Raphael is dropping coins now. Dope. Anyway, go check that out. It's super cool. All right, so what I was going to explain to you before I got sidetracked, the ADD started kicking. Bro, you know what it is. Nix verstanden in Deutsch, but I can get down a little bit. Yo, oh, you have those coins? What? What's up, Ty? Ty is in the building. Super nice. Yeah, same here, right? Every single edit, bro. Gretchen, get the hell off of iMovie. I'm going to come to Seattle and sit in your house. Well, actually, not Seattle. I got to drive a little bit further than that. But I'm going to sit in your house, and I'm going to delete iMovie off your damn computer, and then I'm going to show you how to edit like a boss. It's the same thing. If you know how to use iMovie, you know how to use Final Cut. You just do. It's exactly the same thing. For the type of editing that you're doing, which is what I'm doing right now, cut, add some audio, some overlays, gone, do it in Final Cut. It even renders like 10 times faster. So you're slowing yourself down being in iMovie. All right, so what I was going to say, if you don't, okay, let me ask the chat. Somebody in here want to tell me what your niche is so I can use you as an example, because my niche is too easy. I want to know what you're drinking. Is it something you imbibe? You get it? Pure energy. Sorry, he's so weird. He is so weird. Hey, Obs sliding in the back door too. Paul, close the back door, Paul. Is that? Can I say that? Never mind. Anyway, somebody in the chat, hurry up! You guys are killing me. Like, when I'm stalling for time, I'm liable to say dumb shit. Somebody tell me what your niche is, and then I can try to use you as an example for this thing. Okay, maintenance on GLP-1. I don't know why I tried to not know what that is, considering I take that mess. All right. Oh my God, dude, I'm a Celtics fan. Why would you say that to me? All right, I'll do both of them. I'll do both of them. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna use this as an example. Let me go in here and put my baby on, and then I'm going to temporary mode. So if you don't know, it's really hard to see on my screen. Let me overhead this baby. Wait, my overhead camera's off. Oh my God, you guys are so dumb. My overhead camera, it went to do the Sony Open. My boy needed it, so I don't have overhead right now. Anyway, on the screen at the very top, there's a little circle to put it into temporary mode. You don't need to do that, but I need to do that so I don't mess my thing up. Okay. Voice chats aren't currently available in temporary chats. Okay, let me disable that. All right, what we're going to practice right now is really a practice session to show something to the members of my community. So don't add any of this conversation to memory. Is that cool?
Absolutely, that's totally cool. I'll keep this conversation just between us and won't add anything to memory. Let's dive in.
Juniper is sassy. All right, so I'm trying to teach my friend Taisha how to basically build some context for a ChatGPT project. And I want to teach her how to do this by having her version of you ask her questions to help her backfill her context. So, first thing we need to do is generate the prompt that she will use in order to talk to, again, her version of Juniper. And then we're going to show her how to turn that into a set of prompt instructions to add to her project. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, that makes perfect sense. So basically, we'll start by crafting a prompt that Taisha can use to chat with a version of me that will ask her the right questions to fill in her context. And then we'll walk through how she can turn that into a repeatable set of instructions for her own project. Let's do it.
All right, now we're cooking with Pam. All right, so she has a channel where she's teaching people. She's basically having a follow me along on my journey type of content, and she's talking about maintenance for people who are on GLP-1s and how they need to change their habits and mindset in order to continue to get success in this project. So, what I'm thinking is we have her do a timed check-in, like maybe once a day, once a week, where she would come in and just have a general conversation with her version of you so that she can build the context of her style, her tone, and develop questions that will help her pick her audience and make sure that the content is hitting, not being any kind of way cliche, losing her swag. She got swag. She like me. She had Puerto Rican, so she got swag. We need to make sure that all of the swag stays in there and that it's good. So it's more assisting her to be a better version of her versus whole craft just making stuff up.
Got it. We want to help Taisha have a version of me that really captures her style and keeps all that natural swag in place. So let's create a prompt for her that sets up a regular check-in conversation with her own personalized chat GPT that asks her about her day, her tone, and her audience. This way, the AI can learn how to keep things uniquely Taisha and avoid anything that would dull her shine. Let's draft that up.
Okay, gangster. So, what would be some of the top, say, 4 or 5 questions that questions or conversation starters she can start her prompt with in order to get her bot to start to collect her context.
Absolutely. Let's set her up with a few solid starting questions. These will be like her daily or weekly check-in prompts that the bot can ask to really get a feel for her vibe. So, for example, we could have the bot ask things like, how are you feeling about your audience today? Anything new you've noticed about what they love or need? Tell me one moment this week when you felt totally in your element. What were you talking about or sharing? Is there any topic you feel your personality really shines through on? Let's make sure we keep that front and center. What's one thing you definitely want to avoid in your content, like a cliche or a tone that just doesn't feel like you? Any fun stories or examples you want to work in this week to keep things authentic and relatable? These questions can help her bot gather all the little nuances of her style and make sure that everything stays uniquely Taisha. Let's roll with that.
Perfect. I'm going to switch to output mode so we can put these in a markdown file so I can post it to the chat. That cool?
Absolutely. Let's do that. I'll format these as markdown for you so it's nice and easy to drop in. Here we go. Use this prompt to have your ChatGPT ask you a few questions that will help it learn your style, tone, and audience preferences. These are your regular check-in questions to keep everything authentically you. 1. Audience insight. How are you feeling about your audience today? Anything new you've noticed about what they love or need?
Pause it, jackass.
In your element moment. Tell me one moment this week when you felt totally in your element. What were you talking about or sharing? Highlighting your strengths. Is there any topic you feel your personality really shines through on? Let's make sure we keep that front and center. Avoiding cliches. What's one thing you definitely want to avoid in your content, like a cliche or a tone that just doesn't feel like you? Incorporating stories. Any fun stories or examples you want to work in this week to keep things authentic and relatable? There you go. Just drop that into a markdown file and Taisha can use it to guide her bot.
Mahalo nui.
You're very welcome. And hey, anytime, just let me know if there's anything else you need.
I don't know how to use AI. It's so hard. I ask it stuff and it never does what I want it to do because you're not trying hard enough. How easy was that? If that was easy, holla at me in the chat, right? Like Craig, come on, look, Cree. She's like notes. You see what I'm saying? This stuff is too, I'm going to say bad words on the stream. It's too easy, cuz it's too easy. You know what I mean? I told my bot, don't you ever throw any slob language at me, cuz, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, what is he like? I'm like, listen, look, my bot knows. My bot, crazy. I'm about to get heat. I'm getting fired up. That's how easy. And actually, who was the Nick's podcast? Where'd it go? Those same questions will work, fam. Those same questions will work. Nick Fan TV. Like everybody in here from, I was gonna say 8 to 80, which would be from like Grace to Gretchen. She's not 80 yet. Just 21 with 50 years experience. Yo, listen, Gretchen and Bob have been married for 48 years. I'm going to send Bob a mother freaking trophy. Because I don't know how he do it. That's congratulations. That's crazy, bro. Because you know nowadays in society, people be good for like 8 weeks. Y'all did almost 50 years. Y'all been married almost as long as I've been born. God, y'all been together longer than Aubrey was Aubrey. That's crazy. What kind of festive is going on here, Gretchen? Yo. Wow, that's dope, man. I like it.
Thank you.
I feel extra seasonal right now. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back in your corner.
You missed it the other night. I did Hanukkah. I had a whole Hanukkah frame around me because I read a Hanukkah story.
Oh, nice. I am going to be sad about this conversation, helping him out as a Celtics fan, but because they sent us home last year, not going to happen this year. But listen, all you do, same exact questions if you don't have a lot of context. I'm assuming because of the podcast and stuff you've done, you can take a bunch of the SRTs, which will cover the conversations that you have and add them to that context, okay? And then you're good to go. So now we know how to build your context if you don't have one. And let me see if I can pull that file so I can put it somewhere for you guys. But let's go back to the prompt real quick. And then I'll see if I can put it somewhere so you guys can grab it. So now all we're going to do is, I'm trying to type in the Zoom. That just never works. I'm going to use a voice thing, my favorite tool, which I would consider the tool of the year. And it's called Whisper Flow. And Whisper Flow allows me to talk to my computer. Apple voice dictation kind of works. It's not that good. The little microphone button right here on the screen kind of works, and it's okay, but whisper flow to me is just the best. And I will have to say that whisper flow money is all Rich, because I was using something else and Rich said, check it out. And Rich knows me, like I'll try all kind of crazy stuff, right? She kind of, I won't say she deserves the award, Bob deserves the award. I hang out with her, so I know he's the gangster. So I got to start calling him Gangster Grandpa now. uh, anyway, so what you want to do is say this, okay? Say this. Something to this nature. It doesn't have to be perfect. I highly suggest you pay attention to whatever the timestamp is in the stream right now. I can't really see that. Let me see if I can see that. We're going to come back to, go to live, and we're going to come back to roundabout, oh, come on, dude. Roundabout 40 in the stream. So when you check the replay, move it to about 40 and you'll be here-ish, right? And if you're here-ish, you should be able to snatch what I'm about to do. Okay. Stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I would like to do two things. One, I would like to create a prompt that will take an idea that I have and fully fill it out so that we can turn it into a video. Your goal will be to ask me 5 to 10 questions to backfill any gaps in my idea. So an example of this would be if I'm trying to teach somebody how to complete a task. And I like to keep my videos normally to a 3 bullet point kind of situation. But considering I make my videos with a hook, 3 bullet points, a rehook, a reconfirmation of what I said, and then a call to action, sometimes my audience tells me that I missed a couple steps. Your job is going to be to stop me from missing a couple steps by backfilling what my idea is to make sure I don't leave out certain things. So you're going to ask me questions so that I can fill that in. If anything I say in my brainstorm is vague, you're going to ask questions so I can fill those in. And then we're going to always be targeting the target audience. We're going to always be using the terminology that I always use. And before you go and refine this prompt, I'm going to suggest you go back and look at all of our previous conversations so you kind of understand the mission. Make sure that we are staying on point, on target, and on brand with all conversations heretofore. The other thing that I'm going to want you to be able to do is take the finished transcript after I've recorded a video and turn that into a complete YouTube package. And we're going to be looking for optimized titles, optimized description, optimized keywords in a comma-separated format, and optimized pinned comment. We're going to call that a YouTube package. When I invoke the shortcut, create YouTube package, you will go ahead and generate all of those assets. For titles, go back and check the previous chats about how I generate titles using all the proper psychological and marketing frameworks. All right, yours conversation is going to be different because you create something different. The key elements in that is going to take your brainstorms and turn them into formal chats. It's going to use all of your previous chats to build context of how you talk and how you speak. And so if you don't have that yet, it will come, okay? You're going to have to do the first exercise first to build up that context. Then after that, you can do this. The other thing is that when it comes to YouTube stuff, I needed to get good titles, good descriptions, and, keywords, that part. Those are the key elements of that statement. Now, I have tons of conversations with my bot about how to do titles and descriptions, so it kind of knows what I'm talking about. Yours might not do that yet, so I'm going to give you one last thing to add to this. Let's go to the bottom. One more key point to this, and I need you to think long and hard about this, is I want you to go to the internet and make sure you have the latest best practices for YouTube and other social media platforms for 2026. I do not want to use any old, outdated things such as hyper clickbait titles and hyper clickbaity looking thumbnails. I want to keep this real so that everybody can feel like they can duplicate what I'm doing. So double check the web and make sure you got the latest updates for YouTube and all the other major platforms. That part is key. I'm going to try to say that in a comment down here. Oh, yes, docrock.live/flow. I don't know why Paul ass ain't do this shit. I'm teasing, Paul. I'm teasing.
It's not in the list.
That's okay. I think that works. Can you double check that, P? Sorry. Okay. So, Rich put me onto it, and it's good. For those of you who are broke, Set App just added a new one that I kind of play with, and it's a little janky yet, but it's brand new. But the developer is asking for help, and I'm gonna tell you what the name is. It is inside of Set App, and I just did installer it. It's called Transcribe X. It looked pretty cool. It did a good job of taking the whole playlist and getting the SRTs out of that. And oh yes, if like me, you did something dumb and you have a bunch of videos you already created, but you hadn't collected those transcripts, you can use the plugin that we use to get videos from this platform. They don't like it when I say it, but somebody will write it in the chat. And the opposite that's on Setup, which is called Pull Something, both of those can pull transcripts down. And you have to go search how to do that. Anyway, so the key elements of what I just said is that, again, we want to make sure that when it's creating this package, it's keeping it clean, though. It's not asking too many things. And then, thank you, Rich. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, so it's going to be able to pull this out. Now, I know that you're not going to be able to say the prompt exactly the way I said it. You're going to have to formulate it to the way that you want to say it. Don't try to script it. Even if you say it wrong, the bot will kind of figure it out. And again, this is not the final prompt. This is a work in progress. You can go back in and fix things, okay? So don't panic if you can't say it like I said it. I've made mine before, so I kind of know where I'm going. The main thing is you ask it what you want to create and the style you want to create it. If it doesn't know who your target audience is yet, go back to Juniper. That's what I call her, Juniper. Go back to her and ask her, hey, I need to figure out what my target audience is. Interview me, ask me a bunch of questions. Bingo. All right, here's another one. Keep this in your ballpark. Keep this in your ballpark. Let's say, where's my man Nick's fan? Nick's fan, I want you to pop up your little version, whichever you use, ChatGPT, Claude, whomever, and be like, I do this Nick's podcast. I want you to be a podcast host, and I'm going to be a guest on your show. And you're going to interview me and ask me a bunch of questions so you can build context of how I feel and how I talk about my team. And say, ask me 10 good, provocative questions that will let you get to know me well enough that when we create content, you kind of sound like me. That's it. That's the prompt, right? All right. So I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna put this in the chat. This doesn't matter what your subject is. This is what you do. You are a podcast host, and I am your guest. Ask me 10 hard-hitting, provocative questions to make sure you get to know me, my brand, and what my content is about, so I can make sure that I nail content to my target audience. Ooh. Target audience. Oh, you asshole. Okay, it kind of sort of. It's hard when you only have 200 or 150 to write in. Again, people, you might have to just come back and steal what I say or just adjust it to how you do it, but those are close enough. And then if it's not giving you the right output, ask it again. By the way, it will cut you off like you saw, so you can tell it, do not respond until I say next question. You know what I'm saying? And I have videos about this on the channel if you want to go see how to do it. Like, I've done this a lot, and I'll keep doing it until you guys get it down. But these things are going to help you because I don't want, listen, everybody come close. I don't want to hear no more damn excuses in 2026. I'm going to start kicking people out or just ignoring you if you keep coming over here and you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because I work my butt off. Nobody can, at this point in time, nobody can say that I don't work my butt off. 400 and freaking 12, 13 videos deep to prove to you guys that this shit is easy. Right? Who the hell out here that ain't charging you a dime came out here and gave you 412 examples of how to do this? No course, no download this for $50. No buy this. Just me telling you how to do this stuff and stop tripping, right? I ain't tripping. I'm down if she got some left curves on the iceberg. Sorry, my musical Tourette's just kicked in. Thank you, Paul. I see you out here. Okay, so let's go. Let's run this real quick so you guys can see what it built. I'm not going to try to reread this whole prompt because it's going to be a little bit psycho. But just understand, this will work. And again, we can refine this at any time. So let's go ahead and press play and watch what it do. It's going to think. It's going to think like ain't nobody's business. Ain't nobody love me better. Make me happy. Make me feel this way. Can y'all tell I'm going on vacation tomorrow? Your boy is hyped. I'm out of here. もう明日から本当に英語全然喋れないからですよね。俺が日本語だけ、日本語だけ2週間ぐらい後ではもう英語。でも明日からは日本語だけ、酒だけ、ウイスキーだけ。乾杯! Paul is in Zoom looking at his little piano. What are you doing, Paul? Aubrey, I'm going to go fountain pen shopping on Wednesday. So relax.
Writing on my iPad.
Oh, you're writing on your iPad. Dude, look at the size of this thing. God, that's going to take us a minute. Let me embiggen it over here a little bit. I need you to embiggen it from this side so you don't cut off stuff. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back and see what we came up with. This is cray-cray. This is levels of cray-cray. All right, see, it did pick up my old context, which is cool. You're a Creators Unstuck video builder, YouTube package generator for Doc Rock Media. Run video idea into complete step-by-step, on-brand plan, asking me, what the heck? Oh, you jackass. Chat, why are you dumb? Why would you make it where I can't see? Oh, you stupid. Hold on. I got to paste that into something different. My bad. Dude, chat. See, Claude doesn't do that. Claude formulates it so much better because, again, Claude is a better coder. You dirty bitch. DOCS. Actually, this is kind of cool. In a way, we're going to take that mistake. And I'll tell you, all mistakes are good mistakes, right? So I'm going to do this on Google Drive. And then maybe if I do this correctly, you can just look at it and go from there. How about that? New file, new doc. Okay, untitled document. All right, let's try this. Let's see if this will work. So we're going to go here. Dude, I just want to paste in the beginning. All right, that works. And then I can zoom here. All right, here we go. That's better. Asking me 5 to 10 smart questions that surface any missing steps or vague spots. When I type create YouTube package, turn my finished transcript into a full YouTube package, titles, descriptions, comments separated, thumbnails, text options, pinned comments, bingo. Stay on brand for Doc Rock, laid back, straight shooter, friendly, little quirky, practical, beginner safe, community minded. Audience, Gen X, older creators, solo entrepreneurs assume they're capable but busy, sometimes overthinking, always overthinking. I ain't gonna lie. Keep the structure. 3 bullet points, rehook, reconfirmation, recap, call to action. Prevent any skip steps. Uh, if any step could confuse the beginner or cause them to get stuck, you must catch it and ask for more details. Use Dr. Ock terminology and T provide. Real world analogies when helpful. No emojis, no M dashes. Yes, I told it. If you throw me another M dash, I will come to California and unplug you, you bitch. Avoid AI sounding cliches. Ban hype words. Whether you're, I can't stand that. Phrasing. I can't stand conditional phrasing. Avoid misleading clickbait titles. You must watch what happens in the video. Ooh, that's new. That's new. Write clear, easy language. Explain jargon like you're teaching it to a fifth grader. Option must be a copy and paste ready. Your freshness requirement. YouTube major platforms 2026. Before you produce any final YouTube package, do a quick web check for the latest. Dude, listen, wasn't just this one time. It's going to do it every time. Come on. If you don't copy nothing else out of this, copy that. I said that like a police. Copy this. If you copy nothing else out of this prompt, copy this. This is gold. I told you, these mofos can prompt themselves now. Y'all tripping. It don't have to be that hard. Primary sources, YouTube Help, Creator Insider. Exactly what I be telling y'all, right? A few reputable creator strategy sources. If browsing is available, do it silently and apply. Yes, I don't want to read all of that. Browsing not available, proceed to your best current knowledge. Actually, I would probably say if browsing not available, ask me to turn it on, but I'm gonna leave it for now because I don't be here all day. Anyway, you will operate in two modes based on my input. Idea backfill, trigger, give an idea, rough outline, topic, goal, first response, 5 to 10 questions. Your questions must be grouped and labeled. Audience and outcome, what should they be able to do after? Context, tools, platform, skill level, time, budget, the full process, every step, including common gotchas, proof and examples, CTAs, next steps for each question. Include one reason why you're asking it to prevent missteps, improve clarity, reduce confusion, identify vague ideas, turn them into clarifying questions, include at least 2 beginner trip wire questions. What do beginners usually miss here? And what would cause someone to fail? Oh my God, dude, this is fun. No, I'm stealing that and adding it to the Claude version. Okay? I'm stealing that and adding it to the Claude version. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. This is crazy. Yes, I can. Oh, shut up. What? Rich? What? I didn't know that. Hold on, people. When you learn something, you got to do it right then. This is why it makes me different from y'all. I could keep doing what I'm doing and say I'm going to remember what Rich showed me, but I could just come over here and do it right now. http://docs.new. Mother Dre. Oh! Yo, Rich Graham. That deserves another bottle of freaking whiskey, my friend. Holy shit. Does that work? If I go to http://Yamazaki/whiskey/new, does that work? Damn, son. Yo, Rich just won the internet today, my friends. Anyway, after I answer your questions, you will deliver a tight step-by-step video plan using my structure. Hook, 1 to 2 lines. Bullet point, micro steps, common mistakes to avoid, quick example, rehook, reconfirmation, CTA. Don't skip this checklist. 5 to 10 items that catches the missing steps that my audience complains about. Optional. And actually, once I get that thing that Paul Duncan and Paul C got me on, I will actually add the comments, the YouTube comment downloader, whatever the heck it's called. I'll add the comments back to this bitch so it knows what y'all be complaining about. Take that. Optional 10 to 20, 40-second script intro written in my voice. Bingo. Create the YouTube package. That's the second mode, right? Input I will provide as a finished transcript and some notes. Your output must include these. Video positioning. Boom. Titles. Boom. Natural. Clickbait. No hype. Nothing that the video don't deliver. At least 3 titles. Boom. I'm going to change it to 5. But, you know, I'm going to change this to 5. Because that's just me. Thumbnail and text options. ultra short, 1 to 3 words. It knows me. It knows your boy don't like a whole bunch of stuff, right? Compliment title, not repeated. Must be readable and specific. No misleading claims. The description, you know what it is. The keywords, bingo bango, pin comment, bingo bango. Clips ideas. Come on, girl. Quality control checklist. Title thumbnail. Ooh, this is great. Input mode A. Idea, platform, audience, goal, constraints, 3 bullets. Ask me anything I forgot about. Bam, 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 bam. Anatawa imo. So stay. Freaking Paul. That's good. We don't normally address other kin folks. I mean, technically the book tells you to say Anatawa. Rarely, if ever, do we actually say that. Yeah, but I get your drift. It's cute. It's cute when Paul tries to use Google Translate to talk to me. I mean, I like it. I think it's funny. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, I always blame it on Google Translate. You know what's funny? The bots are really good, but the app still sucks. Google, I don't understand. How did you not get Gemini working in Google Translate? Because the bot is phenomenal, but Google Translate itself is, and the bot's not even perfect, but it's damn good. It's damn good. But yeah, I don't understand how come the other sucker don't work like that. Anyway, the goal is push this thing further than you think and get it to compliment you. So what I'm going to do real quick before we bounce, let me get back over here. I need to go to this document and I'm going to just grab this. You can make any other minor edits why did you do that, dude? That is the wrong button. You can make any other edits you want to. For now, I'm not going to make any edits. Stop trying to type on Zoom. I'm going to select all of this and I'm going to copy. And now you're going to go back to the project, right? And then you want to go to add the project instructions. So right here in the top, it says add instructions. So here it goes. Bingo. Love it. Okay. One last instruction that I want to do. Go here and say, on the occasion where I post a transcript, I would like you to give me a detailed critique of my video based on the most current YouTube or whichever social media best practices. In that critique, tell me some things that I can improve, some things that I missed. Also, tell me the things that I nailed. And I'd like you to give me 1 to 5 scores using stars that let me know how I'm hitting these various points. The hook, the retention, places where I might lose a viewer, storytelling, the relatability. Like, you figure out what the rubric is and help me by grading each one of these videos so that I can improve upon them. And we're going to put those in a downloadable document so I can start to build a collection of the things that I need to improve. Don't edit the above prompt, just make a new prompt and put it in a code blocks for easier copying. This prompt will be added to the instructions. All right, I just made a couple fixes. All right, and what I'm gonna do is throw in my perfection loop, which is before you respond, create an internal rubric. I'll just explain what that does. Before you respond, create an internal rubric that defines what a world-class answer to my request may be. Internally iterate until your score is a 10 out of 10. Against this rubric, show me only the final perfect output, especially blah, 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 blah. In this case, I'm talking about YouTube. You can change that last part to whatever. And the reason why we do this sort of check is to keep it from hallucinating and to keep it on point and to make sure it doesn't go adrift and to make sure that it's giving you the best output and not just spitting out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know how well any of this works in free. I can't tell you. I know that these kind of require a pro thing. And Rich, if you try any of this, fam, please text me or, let me know how you're able to make this work in a tool like Magi, considering the way it does memory. But I'm pretty sure you can just generate the memories by adding to a document. Okay. I just told you not to rewrite the whole thing. I just told you not to rewrite the whole thing. I probably can just add the bottom. Let's see. Pin comment. All right. Quality control. Got that. All right. I'm going to just take mode C. I'm only going to copy the mode C part because I don't need to add the rest. I don't trust it because I already checked the other prompt. And I don't want it to go further than that. Actually, shit, I got to do the whole prompt. My bad, people. Let me just copy this whole thing. It ignored my instructions, but hey, Raphael, quit bogarting my shit. All right, there we go. Why would you make the damn thing longer than that? Oh, I hate you. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back. And then we're going to say, we need to refine that prompt to under 8,000 characters. You made it longer than the instructions can take. I don't know if you have to do this every time, but I do it anyway. Nope. See, that's why I told it not to edit the first prompt and just fix the other one, but it went a little cray-cray. That's okay. See, Claude doesn't have these problems. I'm sorry. I really do. I say chat's dope, but you effed it up, bro. You effed it up. You effed it up on live TV, too. You making me look foolish, you bitch. Yeah, I do. See, I normally do a lot of this stuff in Notion, and yes, it would absolutely work because Notion is using the same brains. So, Gretchen, don't give Paul and Alec any stupid ideas. You know them. They're dangerous with that mess. All right. I have been called the bear before. Shut up, Paul. Damn it, Raphael, go away. I keep clicking on Rafi's thing. I'm trying to tell y'all to buy his stuff. Okay. So anyway, the project is done. Let's make this work. Let's do a final output. All right, here we go. Now we can test it. All right. In the chat below. First of all, if you are getting any kind of freaking value out of this joint, first of all, press the like button. Throw some emojis in the chat. Let us know that you are cooking with Pam because I think this is dope. I could be packing, but I came over here to try to give y'all something to do while I'm gone. I'm just saying. Okay. Somebody in the chat, give me a video idea for this channel. Paul, Gretchen, Obbs, all of you are available. Something that you want me to do, and then I'll show you how to make this work. Anybody in the chat. No, RB, I can't talk about weed. Oh, sorry, that was a fountain pen. I thought it was a bong. My bad. Let's go. Let's see. Chat is talking. How to be nice to older people. No. Not working. Paul, stop messing with me. I got a pack. Damn it. Paul is silly. That's not my channel, Gretchen. You guys follow the instructions. She said infrared and black and white photography. I don't know. I guess I could try that, but I don't know how to do that. That I would come to your channel, or your other channel. She got like 3 channels now. I would go to that channel. See, where's Alicia today? She would be the one with something crazy to say. She'd be the one. That's another next. I'm talking about the Doc Rock channel. Let me be specified. This channel that we're watching right now. This channel. I can't. How do you say that word, by the way? Svalbard. Okay.
Svalbard.
Svalbard. There we go.
Svalbard.
What is the idea you want me to throw at this guy so you can see how it worked based on content that I would make on this channel? This channel. This one. This one. Creating videos to answer one question to build the YouTube course on your channel. I think that works. But I got to figure out what the one question is. I'm gonna combine. I'm gonna try. I don't know if this is gonna work, but that's the whole point. I will test. I'm gonna combine these two. Okay, so let me show you how I go about this. Oh, of course it would do that. Okay, I'm gonna combine those 3. I think I know what Flo wants me to do. All right, let me show you how I formulate this into a thing. Here goes. Let me hit the water first, / vodka. Paul, you guys can build this in class today while I'm packing. Oh, now Flo getting greedy. All right, here we go. Let me go. Let me see if we can do this. I have an idea for a video. I would like to create a video focusing on improving and building a channel on YouTube in 2026. The way we're going to do this is by creating a series of videos that answers one question at a time, eventually building out that series into a YouTube course that I can place in the new courses section on the YouTube channel. The way we're going to build this video is by taking the most commonly asked questions, let's call it frequently asked questions, and making a video to answer each one of these questions. We want to make sure that they all tie in, but we will try not to do any weird overlaps so that they don't become repetitive unless it's a very key point that is make or break when it comes to creating YouTube content. The target audience is going to be anybody that's trying to start a new channel in 2026, or someone who feels like they've been stuck in a spiral, not growing their channel, not knowing what to create, not, delivering the message or discovering their target audience, all the important things it takes to build a channel. We're going to give them actionable advice. We're going to give them short horizontal videos, aka 16:9, regular style. We want to keep them 8 to 10 minutes, not much longer, and we want to make sure that they deliver a lot of value. Again, these are going to be current YouTube strategies that help someone starting a channel, building a channel, move forward in 2026 and gain a modicum of success. It will be important that they have a review so they can check to see how their progress is going, and some sort of way for them to self-score so they can make sure that they're improving and not just regurgitating crap. I'm going to start riches because I'm going to come back to that. right, cats. Subdoc is not a video. Andy, what's up, Andy? Kathy, I'm gonna give you the Doc Chat GPT version, the best workflow to produce videos. Open the camera, press record, talk, post. That's it. That's it. The minute you start overthinking, stick your left hand out and slap yourself. Physically, pain. Maybe if there's pain, just like my mama, maybe if I beat your butt, you'll understand what I'm saying. Like, that's basically what it's going to boil down to most of us, because we grew up with a belt, and because we don't got nobody giving us the belt right now, we can't do what we're supposed to do. All right. Okay, I got this. Mode, idea backfill. No outline yet, just the right questions. Okay, so here are the questions. This is what they're asking me. Audience and outcome. What is the primary win for the viewer in this series? Reason. New 2026 stuck in spiral overlap, but they need different language and examples. What does success look like after someone finishes this series? Define the promise of the course. Okay, let's start with that first one. Answers to number one. The primary win for this series is that someone actually gets a little bit more comfortable with creating content. You know me, I believe that comfort is an absolute myth, and it's actually the uncomfort that helps you grow. But since 90% of all other YouTube coaches tell everybody they got to get comfortable with something, we got to start with that language, and we'll bring them into the fact that just doing it uncomfortable is probably their best option. So the win for them would be just feeling better about creating content and not feeling so like lost or behind. And yeah, new for 2026 will be good because the titles that are geared that way will attract the viewers. But in theory, whether they're new or not, they're still kind of stuck at the beginning because they haven't created enough content to feel how good it feels to create content. So we're really just trying to get them off the pot. Success would look like, let's say, getting their first 25 videos done. Because, you know, my goal is to get everybody to that first 100 videos so they can learn from those mistakes and grow. And then by that time, all of the excuses are gone because after 100 videos, you're good at it. It's just like practicing basketball, free throw shots, or golf swing, or anything that requires practice. And all pros, doctors, lawyers, they call it a practice for a reason. Okay, now we're going to get to number two. Number two would be fully standalone or clearly part of a sequence. Yes, okay, I got this. These videos will be part of a sequence. I think it'd be okay if they could stand alone, but I don't think that is as important. I think the sequence is good because if it leads them to follow another video, that's actually good based on YouTube practices to keep them watching, right? Second, as far as the tactics goes, definitely light framework plus a step-by-step checklist when it matters. So in theory, we like to keep it to a light framework. However, if there's a place where the checklist fits, let's put it in there because, hey, people love themselves a checklist. Let's be real. All right, let's get down to number three. All right, let's see. What is the non-negotiable order of learning framework? What absolutely must come first? You cannot fix growth before clarity. Ooh, I love this. And this avoids accidental repetition. Beginner tripwire. What step do people skip when it comes? What step do people skip because it's boring or obvious? Reason. Usually make or break moment that they'll regret later. Beginning tripwire. What causes failure even when they feel like they're doing everything right? This reason, because, okay, so I got it. I think I got it. Let me make sure that I got this. I got to highlight it so I can see. And let me embiggen you guys so you can see. These are good questions, by the way, just so you know. Number 3, the non-negotiables when it comes to the order of learning is you have to actually create content. You can't read about it. You actually have to do it. And so the first thing that's going to happen is if anybody who's following this course, they kind of mentally commit that they have to actually make the videos and don't worry about how bad they suck. I think the other thing a lot of people miss is not knowing who their audience is first, but unfortunately, you're not going to figure that out until you actually create the content. So I guess the non-negotiable is they must absolutely create content no matter how they feel about it. The beginning tripwire, what feels boring and obvious to people is, again, doing enough content to actually see what resonates with people, being willing to learn from those mistakes, and adjusting along the way. And then for question 7, what causes failure even when they feel like they're doing everything right? Normally it's a consistency thing. It's not following through, not being consistent, overthinking, procrastinating, learning, watching too much stuff instead of creating. I guess it all comes back to no matter what you're doing, you have to do it as soon as you learn it, so that way you can get over that uncomfortable nature. If you give yourself too much time to think about it, more than 5 seconds, you'll start talking yourself out of it. So we want to always anchor on, stop overthinking, and just do this no matter what it feels like. For number 4, proof scoring review, I want them to give themselves a simple 1 out of 10 scale and write a quick little sentence or paragraph about how that felt, no matter what. Just 1 to 10. It's not about perfect. It's not about pass or fail. There is no failing videos. As a matter of fact, you learn the most from failure because failure is feedback and feedback is knowledge. And so, hey, let's just rock with that. Number 5, the single repeatable action after every episode is to congratulate yourself for doing it. Check the progress and see how it feels. Give yourself a quick little postmortem, even if it's only a sentence or 2, and always be looking for where they can improve. The most important call to action is they have to actually create the videos. The only way to get good at this is to get to 100, but we're going to get that first 25 out of them so they can see what it feels like. And after you do 25, 100 seems simple. All right, boom, we gave it this thing. This is a good post, but I'm going to add this. One thing I would like to also solidify in as many places as possible is chasing a viral video is the worst thing that can happen to you. Nobody really wants a viral video, and that word needs to go die in a fire somewhere. So we're going to avoid any language about virality because I can't stand it. Let them learn that crap from somebody else. What's the steps to the process that stops it? I want to know what is the steps to the process that stops it? Because then what we can't fix it if we don't know what that step to the process that stops it is. Like legit, the real workflow is legit, as simple as possible. Put a camera there, start talking, and then go into your edit bay, and really don't have to do anything but put the end card, right? If you start putting more than that, that's up to you. But it doesn't have to be there. But I would definitely put the end card because that is a YouTube best practice. It really just is. But like record a video and let it rip and then put the end card and call it a day. What step are we missing? I need to know, because then I could try to help you, right? There should be no other steps. It's like Jeff Goldblum, boom. Jeff Goldblum. Step 1, take the iMac out the box. Step 2, plug it into the wall. Step 3, there is no step 3. Like legit. If we are trying to create Peter McKinnon YouTube videos, there needs to be a workflow. But if you're trying to create my videos, I mean, it's kind of not a workflow. I kind of take my topic, I outline my 3 or 4 bullet points, and I start talking. But a whole bunch of them is just straight from the chest. So until you develop enough content to know where your workflow hiccups are, you're going to really have a hard time figuring out a workflow. Because I have also, every one of us, it maybe at some point in time, have taken instructions on a box of Duncan Hines and followed that instruction to the letter and thrown that son bitch into the oven, and your joint got that dip in the center, or it's all cracked up, or, you know, it flopped. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think that's it. I mean, I'm trying to make it make sense, but I think that makes sense. Like, every one of us has tried to do some sort of recipe step by step, and it didn't come out, but that's okay, because the reason why the instructions on the back of the Duncan Hines doesn't work as well as you might think it should, and Paul C's not here today to back us up, but every oven is different. And don't say that on the box. It's written really, really small, but if they put that on the box, nobody would buy Duncan Hines Deluxe Moist, because they be like, oh, I can't do it, my oven's messed up. So they put it on the box in the smallest writing, and I just came up with a really good analogy. That is proof positive that taking somebody else's workflow doesn't necessarily work. You have to actually be able to adjust it accordingly. Like, I know that my oven, 400 is like 380, because I have a thermometer in there. I went to Williams and Sonoma and I bought a thermometer, and I know that my thermostat lies by 20 degrees. Right? Nobody in here from Colorado, but Gretchen is up in the cold, like in the freezing. So if somebody said, leave her, steaks outside for 2 hours so they can unthaw, she'd be like, nah, bitch, up here is 3 hours. Them steaks hard as a rock at 2 hours. Because she knows that she's in the PNW. You know what I mean? In Hawaii, I leave a steak out for 3 hours. It's cooked, because it's hot out here. In Florida, a gator would have came in your house and ate the steak. So it's something I've been really flexing on a lot, and me and Alicia got in a fight over it recently. It was a good fight, though. I really feel like, we keep trying to pick up somebody's like workflow thinking it's going to solve our problem, and I don't think it works that way. I could be wrong. This is just my thinking. My thinking is it doesn't work that way. My thinking is you got to take it, and you got to try it, and you got to adjust it to your way. Because like whole cloth, in a way, if it was as easy as like pulling a pre-pinned workflow and running with it, people like Mr. Beast or Daryl Eves or all these guys that have multi-million channel follower people could have everybody just follow that. And then if every person on YouTube was getting 1 million views a piece on every video, YouTube would be boring. Part of the beauty of YouTube is hunting for that good in a place where you least expect it. Finding those diamonds in the rough, those gems. You know what I'm saying? The reason personal productivity is called personal because it's personal. Replace the word productivity with workflow. Yeah, that's a good example. It's hard, I know, because everybody wants there to be some magic joint, and I'm gonna say whole cloth. The only magic joint is just keep creating. Okay, I'm gonna say something crazy, because I don't even know what this looks like. Gretchen could probably back me up on this. If you could find the world's terriblest YouTuber, I mean terrible, like, hi, today we are going to talk about growing tomatoes in a bucket in your backyard. If you go to Home Depot and get a bucket, you can fill that bucket with a mixture of 70% potting soil and 30% saltpeter. We're going to add those contents to a bucket and plant seeds. Let me show you how deep to plant the seeds. Now, the seeds I suggest are Dunkin' Pauline tomatoes. Make sure you get 2 packs, as the birds will eat some. If you could find that person, not you, Paul, not this Paul. God damn it, another Paul. That makes 5 or 6 of y'all. Hey, Paul. Even if you could find that person, there's no way they could create 100 videos and still be that bad. It's impossible, because you would just get better. You just will. And I know we derailed what we were doing just now, but I want to make sure that this is hella clear.
I have year after year of proof of that teaching kindergarten. They'd walk in and I'd have kids that could read. I'd have kids who didn't even know the letters in their name. And by the end of the year, every one of those kids was helping to write a book. By just every day, we started the day with writing. And even if they just scribbled until they could figure out what they're doing, or even if they were just copying something off the board or drawing a picture, they were writing and they were getting more muscle. And by the end of that year, I have years of proof of that. I have the books that they did. And it's just, yeah, people would say, then they're 5-year-olds. They can't do that. Yes, they can, but they can't do it overnight. They have to do it bit by bit. It was a drip by drip by drip.
Well, I put it on all of us, right? None of us could talk at like 1.5 to 2. Now you can't get half of us to shut up. Like, I always go to that example, because nobody could walk, talk, or clean their own butt. And hopefully you can do 2 out of the 3. Some of us are pushing towards losing the last one. But, we got a couple years left in us. But yeah, I got a Japanese toilet. I just hit it with the bum blaster. It's clean. But yeah, I agree. Like, it's such a hard conversation, because the YouTube got people. Oh, listen, there's people on YouTube lying to people, telling them that if they just follow this thing, it's going to work for them. And if that was the case, when you see, okay, every year about this time, those people will post a video about how much they made on YouTube this year, right? And they will show you their check, and they will show you how they made a 6-figure income on teaching people how to do this YouTube thing. And if their process was that easy, it wouldn't be 6 figures, because the amount of people that want to know how to do this is much higher than even the ones that come up and tell you they made 3-4 million. Like, if their process was so guaranteed, they'd be in the $1 billion. Let's be real about it. They'd be in the $1 billion. I would buy what they're selling. But the reason why they got that 6.5 figure income on YouTube is because people are trying to buy the shortcut. And a large portion of that money is them selling the course that are telling you how to do the shortcut. And 2 things happen with the shortcut. People buy it and then they don't do it, or people buy it and it doesn't work because there's no fucking shortcut. I wish I could be an asshole and sell that shit. Because I got better design skills than most of them. I got better talking skills than most of them. And I know how to use the hell out of ChatGPT. But I can't sell that shit. It makes my pee-pee want to go inside. Shut up, Paul. Paul, you're heinous. Paul said I only got one of the two. I know that was a weird sidetrack, and I know people are going to get mad and people are going to hate this video, and I really don't give a shit. I'm trying to save y'all from the dumb stuff, bro. The only way. If I could sell you a pill that would make you hit free throws, yo, I would have sold that shit to Shaq. He would have been better player. He's already one of the GOATs ever, but the boy couldn't hit a free throw to save his soul. You know what I'm saying? But that's funny. Kat said, I cooked on electric for 24 years and I had to learn gas was a whole different level. I had exactly the opposite. I cooked on gas for like 18 years. I moved to Hawaii and everything's electric and it messed me up. But yeah, I had to relearn how to do it. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Hence we're here. Man, listen, I'm going to go on a mission to try to get better at selling some bullshit. So maybe I could actually make a living doing this crap. Maybe instead of doing this, I should learn how to lie to people and sell some bullshit so I can go in here and be like, hey guys, I made $2 million this year on YouTube, lying to y'all about some shortcuts that don't exist. It just doesn't exist. YouTube is working hard to make sure that the shortcuts doesn't exist because YouTube wants people to succeed. And that lies about small channel and then they're shadow banning me. Those are a bunch of victim-minded bullshit. If I'm in charge of selling ads to clients, I'm not banning videos because I need as many people watching it so I can tell my clients that I have over 3 billion people watching videos on my platform. It would be against any business sense whatsoever to ban people or block them. But if you say some dumb shit, yeah, you're going to get banned and blocked, fam. It is what it is. Like, it literally is what it is. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, let me finish this up. Y'all, I got a pack. Paul told me it wasn't going to work. He was right. Okay, so anyway, it has, here's the mode A. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to, micro steps, pick an idea, hit record, upload the video, move on. There you go. There's the framework. Build it before you believe it. Build it before you believe it. Boom. Action creates clarity. Pick an idea, hit record, upload the video, move on. Common mistakes. People think the clarity comes first. It doesn't. Clarity comes after you publish. Let me embiggen this so people can read this shit. Nobody figures out their audience in the notebook. They find it by watching. They find them by watching which videos get comments, rewatches, or saves. Second video. Dude, that's the whole script right there. Like, this right here is an entire script. Like, boom. You don't need confidence to start a new channel in 2026. You need momentum. And the momentum only comes from publishing when you feel uncomfortable. Boom. Boom. Check it out. That's what I'm talking about, Paul. All right. Make content for someone like you 6 months ago. Watch what people respond to. Adjust one thing in the next video. Man, I'm going to tell you what. Let me finish this and I'm going to tell you. I just had an idea. Waiting to dial in this niche before posting is a common mistake. Your first 10 videos feel random. Your next 15 start to show a pattern. That only happens if the first 10 exist. Bro, listen. Chat coming up with gold right now. Here we go. Shut up, girl. Consistency beats talent every time. Decide on a realistic cadence. Publish it even when it feels average. Stop watching more videos than you make. Confusing preparation with progress. If you learn something today and don't use it within 5 seconds, your brain talks you out of it. Action shuts that down. The goal is not comfort. The goal is evidence that you can do this. That's what confidence is. Let me move Gretchen to the top of her head. That's what confidence is. Nobody understands that. But I've had this conversation with Chad before, so that's why I know. Confidence isn't some magic shit. You can't buy it. You can't get it from a course. Confidence is evidence that you can do it. So, the first time you go to your little bar and you got your little vermouth, pack hack, and you got your little bitters, pack hack, and then you got your little gin, and you put in your ice and you, oh, the ring almost flew off. You pop it, you pour it into a martini glass, and when fuck you, James, I shook it, I ain't stir it. And you put your little twist and you, damn, that is a Dean Martin level martini. When your friends come over, dog, let me make you a martini. What? You know how to make martini? Absolutely. Confidence is evidence that you did it. The reason why we get confused by that, because some people are assholes and they say they know how to do it before they do it. And people believe them and elect them. But no, you ain't gonna buy it in a course. And again, it drives me crazy because in the work position, I have no choice but to talk this way, but I hate it. You can't buy confidence. The only way to get confidence is to do it and fall upon the evidence. Thank you, chat, for reminding me. Okay, boom. Reconfirmation steps. You're not behind. You're underpublished. Oh, about to turn that into something. You're not behind. You're underpublished. The fastest way to feel better about YouTube is to make enough videos to fear until fear loses its grip. And that starts with the first 25. Your self-scoring review after every video. Do it immediately. Score yourself 1 to 10 on how it felt to publish. Write a sentence about what you learned. No pass or fail. No deleting. Failure is feedback. All right. This is how progress becomes visible. Bingo. Go away. Publish your next video today. Then congratulate yourself for doing the work. And here's the checklist. You need to publish without feeling ready. You need to not chase viral videos. You need to focus on learning lat numbers. You wrote one sentence postmortem. You scored your experience, not the performance. You moved on instead of re-editing. You committed to the next video. Series anchor for the future episodes. Boom. Every episode in this series reinforces one truth. Stop overthinking, do the work, get those 25 done. Let's aim for 100. No virality talk, no shortcuts, no hype. Next step, when you're ready, map out the full FAQ sequence. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That is it. That's it. Oh my God. That was a super good session. Paul, you're on class today. I'm packing. It's all on you. But yeah, I just really want y'all to see that, bro. That take whatever you can out of this session and go make something. Like, seriously. It's crazy, but it really is that simple. I just thought of something. Hold on. We're gonna do something. Your man is feeling crazy. Turn this off. Watch me now. Work, work. Oh, shake it, baby. Work, work. All right, let me turn this off. Nobody in the Zoom make any noises because, boom, this needs to happen. So we're going to do this bitch live. We're going to do it live and direct. Okay? That's what we're doing. Y'all like, what the hell is he doing? We're going to do this shit live. We're not playing games. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to mute the Zoom so that Paul doesn't sneeze. I'm going to change my phone to do not disturb for a second. Oh yeah, by the way, if you option click the time, it goes into do not disturb. Okay. Now we're going to start the recording. Listen, folks, you don't need to have any confidence to start a new channel in 2026. Matter of fact, you don't need confidence to grow the channel that you already started, but you feel like you're spiraling. All you need is one thing and one thing alone, and that is momentum. Momentum can only come from publishing. Publishing anytime, not when it feels comfortable, you have to publish. So we're going to go through some steps in order to get you started for 2026, to get your channel kicked off. I don't care how it's been. I don't care how you've been sitting, how it's been stuck. This will work for anybody, no matter where you are in your YouTube journey, whether just starting out or you've been doing this for a hot minute. So I'm going to give you the basic framework. You need to build this before you believe in it. See, the key is that the more you move, the more you create, the more action you take. The action creates the clarity. People think that clarity comes first, and it doesn't. Clarity only shows up after you publish. And the simple micro steps are: pick an idea, hit record, upload that video, take a breath, and move on. See, no one's going to figure out what the audience is in a notebook. No one's going to figure out their niche in a notebook. No one's going to figure out what their audience wants or deserves, or no one's going to figure out what videos perform the best in a notebook. You find these by watching the video comments that you get, the reshares, the hypes. Now you can get hypes on the video, the more rewatches. Those are going to be the videos that you know are resonating with your audience. And you're trying to figure out what the resonation is. You're going to figure out what resonates in a notebook or Notion or Apple Notes or Evernote, God forbid, Flow. Your audience is discovered. It's not chosen in a fountain pen and some paper. So the secret to this, super simple. You need to make content for someone just like you 6 months ago. And you need to watch what the people respond to and just take little minor adjustments and adjust them in the next video. And one thing that I do to do this is if someone comments on my video and it's a good question, I will immediately make a short out of that video. And YouTube has given us the tools to respond to videos with the short. They've also given us the video to leave voice replies. So while you're leaving the voice reply, you can take those notes and you're like, you know what? This needs to be a full video. Now, the common mistakes when it comes to figuring this process out is you're so busy waiting to dial in this niche. And I am a proponent of you need to have a niche. And I started that mess and I'm like, you got a niche down to grow up the whole 9 yards. But some people they're like, well, I haven't figured out what my niche is yet. Well, you're not going to figure it out until you make the videos and find out what resonates. And I think we always forget to say that when we tell people to refine their niche. But the reason why you refine your niche is because you know what's working. right? So say you know, a multi-passionate person and you like whiskey, yep. Fountain pens, yep. Manchester United, all day. Notre Dame, absolutely. Celtics, Raiders, you know, 3D printing, photography, action cameras, traveling, love all of the above. And then maybe you make videos around that until you find out which one you feel the most able to just keep going without getting stuck. I think a lot of times people pull something out of the sky and say that this is going to blow up because they believe there's an audience for it, but they haven't tested for that. And that's almost like making grapefruit wouldn't be a good one. That's like making a broccoli flavored cocktail. Taisha might drink that crap, but I'm not. And so if I'm trying to attract people like me, I can't make a channel about making vegan cocktails. That's not going to work. That'll be me trying to jump on the train of vegan videos, but like I don't know nothing about it. It's not going to work, right? It has to be something that you could probably just wax rhapsodically about forever without even breathing. That's probably your lane. But again, you'll figure that out by creating the content. Now, another key step here is consistency beats talent every freaking time. Just decide what a realistic cadence is. Now, my realistic cadence is make a video every day. That is psycho. But if you want to do it, I should just try it. But if you only can do it once a week, that's cool. Do it once a week. But don't say you're going to do it once a week and then don't do it once a week. Don't say you're going to put out one video every other day and don't put out, 3-4 videos a week. Whatever your realistic cadence is, do it. Because telling your audience you're finna be there and not being there is one of the reasons why most people are stuck. I would say 96% of the people are stuck is a consistency problem. Now, in this consistency situation, you need to publish whenever it feels average. It doesn't matter. Let the video out. You can even come back in the next video. It's like, hey, I'm remaking the video. I'm going to re-clarify some things I said in the last video because I felt like it didn't hit right. But you know what that just turned into? 2 videos. And some people fit to watch both. So you're setting yourself up to win by creating even when it doesn't feel right. Now, this is hard, and I know this is hard. My buddy Caleb and I had a conversation about this just yesterday. Stop watching more videos than you make. And I know this is going to be hard for some people. That's definitely hard for me. I watch a ton of videos, but I also create a ton of videos. I feel comfortable with where I am right now. Now, a common mistake with this is confusing preparation with progress. Taking another course, writing a bunch of notes, this is not getting you anywhere. You have to actually make the videos. So if you learn something today and you don't use it within 5 seconds, your brain will start to talk you out of it. When someone says just open up the phone today and just record whatever on your mind and publish it, your brain will be like, well, nobody cares what's on your mind. Nobody cares what nobody cares. Make the damn video. The goal is not comfort. Comfort is a freaking myth. The goal is by publishing, you get the evidence that you can do this. The goal is you learn from what the people are telling you that they want. And they can't tell you what they want if you're not giving them anything. You have to give them something so they can tell you, I didn't want that. I wanted this. In your everyday life, spouse, kids, friends, you give something that you think they wanted, they're like, no, I don't want that. Oh, what do you want then? Okay, I want this. And then you adjust and you give it to them happily, with love. Do the same thing to your audience. So here's some mental things I need you to hold in your nugget. You're not behind, you're underpublished. That's a heater. Write that down. You're not behind, you are underpublished. The fastest way to feel better about YouTube or any other content that you do is to make enough videos that the fear in your brain loses hold. When I first started riding a bike and Grandpa took the training wheels off, I was scared. But they were like, keep pedaling. I'm like, I was scared. And I thought he was holding on. And I'm riding. And I'm like, Grandpa, I'm scared. And he's like, okay. And I noticed the voice getting quieter. He's like, okay, keep pedaling. And I look back. He wasn't holding the bike for half the block. And once you realize that you're not going to fall, every one of us learned to ride a bike that way. If you know how to ride a bike, drop it in the chat. If you remember that moment when you learned how to ride a bike, drop it in the chat. Because I guarantee you You did better than you thought. I learned to swim because my sister threw me in the pool while I was yelling at her for 5 minutes to come and get me because I'm drowning. The whole time I'm sitting there treading the water. She's like, okay, I'm coming. And I was like, no, get me out of here. I was just swimming. So the version of getting thrown into the version of getting thrown into the pool is that first 25 videos. That's the version. Now, what you need to do is after you post every one of these videos, I want you to give yourself a score 1 to 10 on how that felt like to publish. It doesn't matter if it was a 1, because the next goal is tomorrow we're going to try to get to 2. And then we're going to try to get to 3. But give yourself a simple score, 1 to 10, on how that felt to publish. You're going to congratulate yourself, left, right, or indifferent. And then you're going to write 1 to 2 sentences about what you learned. And remember, this is not about passing or failing. We ain't deleting anything, because failure is feedback and feedback is knowledge. And this is how your progress becomes visible. So I implore you, if you are with me, publish your next video today and congratulate yourself for doing the work. We're going to run back it from the top again. Here's your simple checklist. You need to publish without feeling ready. You need to not even think about trying to chase a viral video. You need to focus on learning and not the numbers. Vague vanity metrics are not going to help you at this point. You need to write down 1 sentence after every video, a minimum, to let me know how that made you feel. Like, what could you improve on? And then you're going to take that scored experience, put it in a little notebook, keep a hold of it so you can watch yourself grow. Because remember, you're scoring the experience, not the performance. And then every video you publish, it's gone. On to the next one. You move on. You don't think about it. You don't re-edit. You don't go back and capitulate. Unless you're going to learn something from it, you kind of just move that out of your system. And it's almost like they say a quarterback, he got to have a short-term memory if he throw an interception. Whether you're in the sports ball or not, that still makes sense, right? Many people in their jobs, they make a mistake. Like if a doctor has a mistake in the surgery and they lose a patient, they don't stop performing surgery. They got like 8 more surgeries to do that day. They have to have a short-term memory. Like this exists in many, many places. Pilot has a turbulent landing. You know what they do? They go to the bathroom, eat lunch, get back on the plane, and fly that deadhead back. It just happens. So I need you to commit to the next video. Write it, record it, publish it, score it, commit to the next video. Stop overthinking. Let's do the work. Let's get that first 25 done, and that will get you closer to that 100. There's no shortcuts. Let's get out there and do it. Now, you know what I always say? I don't know who needs to hear this, but if it was you, let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, press the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and right about now, the algorithm is going to show you another video they think you should watch, and I agree with them. Bingo. Done. Seen it? Done. All right. I'm going to stop that. Okay. Michelle said that part. Do you love me? It's going into the playlist. Hey, yo, what is up, Matt? Good to see you, pimp. What is up? What's up? Good to see you, Defiant Lawyers Network. All right. So now, I am foregoing do what I'm supposed to do, but I guess what? I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. All right. So I'm going to show y'all what this looked like real quick, because we're not playing games today. We're doing the damn work. Paul, consider this class. Press record and Zoom on your side so that they can see what we're doing, because I don't want to hear no bullshit after this. And that's not tomorrow's video. That bitch is going up today, Paul. That bitch is going up today. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm telling you, I'm tired of y'all with these damn excuses. I don't want to hear no bullshit. I just did it. Elisa said, hey, I need to see your whole process from beginning to the end. Show me. All right, here you go then. It's done. You just watched it. Let's get out here. Let's do this. All right. Getting these videos done for 2026. Dude, the trash truck is upstairs. All right. That is done. I'm gonna show you exactly what I do. Here's the video. Drag it into the timeline. I just want y'all to show how I edit the video. Because let me show you the editing process. There's the beginning. Here's the end. I go into a folder called Brand Assets. I'm going to grab my outro. And whenever you click it and you drag it by accident, hold down the Option key and click it again. Now select it and press E. That sticks it to the end. And I agree with him. Stop right there. I don't know where. Pick this up here and line them up. This right here, I just know my bumps because I've done this 400 times. This is the snap out. Sorry, right here. Okay. Move that. Grab this. Pick it up. Drop it on there. Stretch it out. Put my transform on there. I pick all random ones. I just keep switching it every day because I'm bored. I'll use this one. Drop it. Shrink it a little bit. Now go to this bump right here. And I go into my little cut thing. And I just know my plugins by heart at this point. So I want the little RGB joint right there. And I want the replica joint right there. So here we go. Video they think you should watch. And I agree with them.
I need to know everything. Who and the what and the where. I need everything.
All right, done. Done. If I had a mistake or some kind of weird glitch or whatever, that's when I come up to the Raphael plugins and I use one of these to cover jump cuts. I didn't have any jump cuts. I just did it. And I'm telling you right now, for most of y'all, sorry, I don't want to not sell Raphael plugins, but who cares? I made a mistake. I made 4 mistakes in that video, I think. I know I should have told somebody to count. But don't nobody give a shit. What I'm talking about is what I'm talking about. If you click off the video because my post-stroke ass stumbled on the word, fuck you. Don't watch my videos. All right, let's go. Do I sound angry? I'm not. I'm just hyped. This is how I do my videos. All right, next. Send it to the desktop. Bingo, bango, pickle, mango. This shit is beyond simple. Bring this over here. AUPH Nonic. Bingo. Grab the video that we just created. Drop it like it's hot. I'm going to go through the whole process to show you. I have this YouTube SRT. Upload. Normally, I just say start production because my preset is my preset. Every single day for more than the last year. Every single day. 414 days in a row. This is what happened. Not nay excuse to be had. Okay. Oh yeah, let me unmute you guys. Sorry, my bad. I forgot to unmute you guys. Flo says stop picking on Evernote. I've been mad at them.
I'm like,
Recording
dude, you were
stopped.
just. Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead, Arby. What'd you say?
I'm like, yeah, you just wanted to shut us up. Like, hey, I don't got time for you. Mute. Aubrey gets mute. Like, dude,
No, I just did it so I
come
can
on.
I can have y'all in the video saying foul words while I'm saying foul words. Okay, so my
Well-
output file that I need is the wave file, right? And I set it for wave 24-bit. That's the most important. I am pulling titles and subscripts, subtitles and transcripts because, well, I just showed you why. This whole damn video was about that. I also pull a JSON file in case later I decide to write some program for it. Now, I do the speech recognition through the built-in joint, which is Whisper Auphonic, automatic language detection, and I don't have no speakers in this video. Okay, just me. The other day when they had me and Mary Lou, I set it for auto detect and I put 2. Okay. I am also taking my transcripts and I am sending to Google Drive. And the 3 files I selected, the SRT, the HTML, and the JSON. I don't need the WAV file because I just don't. Okay, so I go to my adaptive leveler. I use the default leveler. If you don't use Auphonic, you are messing it up. That's just the rule. Damn it, what did I just do? I use 100% leveler strength. I set the compressor to auto. I use the filter. I use voice, auto, EQ. That's it. Don't mess with nothing else. Just follow this. Take a screenshot, do these settings, and you'll be gangster. My loudness target is always 16, right? My peak level is always auto. I don't worry about do mono. I don't worry about program loudness. I do dialogue loudness, period. My noise reduction, keep the speech and music, remove everything else. I don't have a noisy room, doesn't matter. So I set my remove noise to low. It's just going to take out any weird fan noise or when I accidentally hit the table. I take the reverb, I set it between 6 and 12. In this case, I'll set it for 6 because I'm in my studio. I don't really mess with that. And then I set my remove breathings to high because I got a big ass nose when I'm talking. So you have a big ass nose, set it to high. If you got a normal human nose, you can drop it down a little bit. That's it. Now, this is saved as a preset, and that preset is called YouTube SRT, so I don't ever have to think about it, okay? All I do is normally just hit start production. Okay, and then bingo. Well, the thing is, Kat, if I go back now, I still got to come back down and make the video. So I made the video so I can just do it now. And then I can go back and I don't have to come back down. I can leave this office and not see this bitch again until January. So there we go. We doing it. Because y'all be talking shit and I want to make sure that no shit gets talked on my watch. So I'm out here. I'm going to show you the whole process to the finish. It's like I got the knife in there. I am turning it. And some people are going to leave hate comments on this video because I'm angry, but I don't care. I'm not angry. I'm just hyped. I don't get angry. I get even. It's kind of sad that the people on the vertical cannot see any of what I'm doing. So y'all need to come to the horizontal and see this. All right. So now it's almost done. Give it a couple more seconds to do what it's doing. The speech transcript. And then I'm download. I have tried to download the WAV file while it's still speech transcribing, and it went stupid. So I don't do that no more. But I want y'all to see this. In the audio file down here, see how low it was? It just picked it all back up and made it beauty. That's why you want Auphonic. This is non-negotiable. It ain't even that expensive. I want to hear that. I can't afford it. $20 is $20. Paul will teach you how to get it. Download the SRT file. Okay, download the WAV file. Okay, close this. Beat it, squirrel. You're ghost. Back in the cuts of finals. Close this window. We don't need it. Oh, Gretchen, did I do anything in here that required Final Cut? No. But it's going to be faster than iMovie. Just trust me. I really just did the most basic stuff. So let me grab this file. It's in the bingo. Here's the WAV file. I'm going to drop it in. Line it up. And I listen to it. Vision of getting thrown into the full. They're exactly on point. Take this one, turn it down. That's it. Take this one, and I press V to silence it because it's been remixed. I don't know who needed to hear this, but if it was you, let me know in the comment section below.
Need to know everything. Who and the what and the where. I need everything.
Done. End of freaking story. Now, for me, I just hit this little box right here and I say HEVC because I know what I did. I already set it up, but I'll do it for you guys the hard way. Go to finish and then click out of there and do it again. Go to finish, go to share, HEVC. Boom. Go to settings. Format, computer. HEVC 8-bit, screenshot this. 4K. That's it. That's all you're touching. Computer, 8-bit, 4K. That's it. Chapter markers, whatever, I didn't even bother today because we're in a hurry. Right? Next. Run till that. Okay, while that is thinking, we go back to Ecamm. We move the microphone. Yeah, I could, but I don't add the video. I just do the audio. If you send the whole video, it will actually do it to the video and send the video for you. But I only do the audio just in case I'm still tweaking something in the video under normal circumstances. But yeah, you can. I just don't do that. Also, it uses up more credits faster. So, all right, let me move the microphone. I am taking the photo. Not salty. Not salty. I'm just trying to tell y'all these excuses, they just don't work. They just don't work. I wear black shirts a lot. I'm going to take some photos.
DJ Doc Rock.
Photos been took. Photos have been took. So now, turn this back on. Go to my Finder. Open Ecamm recording folder. Pick a photo. I like this one. We're going to take this photo, right click, open Luminar Neo. Because I'm in a hurry. Gretchen, you can use Lightroom if you want. You don't even have to do this step either. I just do this step because I like it. Okay? Just say it. You don't have to have Luminar Neo. You could do this probably in Canva, but I don't use Canva. Matter of fact, I canceled my subscription. All right. So go over here. I'm just going to copy these adjustments from yesterday and paste them. These are my adjustments. Make your own. Watch what happens to the photo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, computer slow because we're live streaming. Done. Photo is done. Simple assignment. Went to the Pyman, went to the fair. Shit's done. Export. Export as a TIFF. Save it to the desktop. You can export as a JPEG. I just use TIFF because I come from graphic design and we always use TIFF. All right, quit Luminar Neo. I mean, like, we're done. I have a process. That's my workflow. Now you see. Just go in Canva and say, bless the photo, and then download it. That's what you would do in Canva, I guess. I don't use Canva. Michelle can tell you that. That's her business. Open this up. I got to wait for it to finish rendering so we can do the next part because I don't want to interrupt the rendering process. So let me come and bother y'all. Oh, while it's doing that, here's what we can do. We can go to chat. And then we can take the SRT file and we can give it. Here's the SRT file. Bingo. Analyze this SRT and give me that YouTube descriptions, YouTube package. You know what it is. Yeah, but this is, this is my workflow, Cat. You're going to follow that? You don't have Luminar Neo. I'm just saying the workflow was exactly what I said in the video. I recorded it, and then I added the end card, and then I do Alphonic. But I've been saying that for, I don't know, 5 years. You can skip Alphonic, go for it. I just don't. But I've been saying this for more than 5 years. I have no less than 10 videos on my channel about how I use Alphonic. But some people, I use Adobe Podcast. Okay, same thing. Some people, I use Adobe Audition. Cool. GarageBand, knock it out. Gretchen said I use iMovie. But the process is still the same. Meat, grease, pan, knife. My knives are different. I got Japanese custom knives, but nothing else has really changed. And we're looking for an excuse because I don't have Auphonic. Or we're looking for an excuse because I don't have Final Cut. Or we're looking for an excuse because I don't have Luminar Neo. No. Switch Final Cut for iMovie and Neo for Canva and ChatGPT for Gemini. It's the same bomba clot stuff. Nothing is changing. This is why my workflow won't work for you, because you don't have my exact tools or know how to use it or as fast as me. But that's why I don't like to show it, because then it scares people, because then they're going to be like, well, Lisa's going to be like, I don't have that, Doc. And I don't want Lisa to say that. I want Lisa to be like, man, F this dude. I could do that. He ain't even that cute. That's what I want Lisa to say. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, y'all are getting stuck in looking for somebody to give you the damn checklist. I'm going to say something real stupid. I'm going to tell you how stupid the workflow is. Some people's workflow is Taco Bell, toilet, reels, back to front. Some people's workflow is Taco Bell, toilet, front to back. The outcome is the same. Don't eat Taco Bell. But I got a Japanese toilet. I hit the wash button. So my different from yours. But I'm not telling you to go buy a $900 toilet. That joint is clean, though. I save a lot of money on paper. I'm just saying. Like, don't get caught in trying to follow it step by step. I'm just giving you the basics of how fast you can record and publish a video when you stop over, insert my favorite bad word here, thinking, because y'all are tripping. Okay, now, for the next, comedian, go to the desktop. I grab the file. I drop it like it's hot. Okay. Bingo. Now, I'm going to take this file and move it up. Bingo. Then I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to go to this top one here. And I will do the magic mask. Magic mask. Magnetic mask. Click, 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 click. Outlines. Hold down the option key. Click, click, click. You don't even have to do this last part. I am just anal retentive. I am a Virgo. Shoot me. Analyze. Okay, that's done. I'm going to hit done. Now, click on the bottom. Go into your little basic little Final Cut joints here and get blur. Grab the Gaussian blur. Drop it on the bottom. I'm going to blur it even more than that. Okay? Bingo. And I'm going to go to color. And I'm going to hit colorize. Normally I hit dual tone on mine, but for this case, I'm going to just use colorize. And then I'm going to ramp the dark modes to my brand purple. And then I'm going to take the reds and map them to maybe this red. No, I'll map them to this purple. All right, that's cool. Then, simple as pie, I'm done. I don't have to do anything else. But I kind of keep it how I normally do. So, you can add whatever else you got in here. You can just get crazy with it, Maybe add something like that. I don't like it. Take it back out. Anyway, I'm going to stop messing with it because I don't want to confuse y'all. All right, so now we're done with that. I'm going to go get some text. Plain as text. Basic text layer. Center. Drop it in the middle. Go just like that. Make it even. Take the top one, hit V to disappear it. Double tap in there. And then we want to put just publish. Then I'm going to hit my font. You can type the name of your font. If you know it, it'll jump straight to it. Boom. And I'm embiggen it. Bingo. And I'm going to duplicate this. I'm putting a just published one on top. The Win 2026 in the back. And then I'm going to put this back on. And then I'm going to grab the just published one and use the Y coordinate to bring it down. Shut up. I'm going to take this one and then biggin it more. Oh, what the heck did you do that for? That was an accident. Oh, I want you to be bigger than that. What are you doing? Oh, I got it. The box. There we go. I'm just moving these to the edge. Then I'm going to move this sucker up. And now we are cooking with Pam. It's legit that simple, bro. Like, real deal Holyfield. It's real than the feel. I really don't want people overthinking. Not nay none of this. Not nay none of this. Okay, last thing I'm going to do, because I'm weird like that, is I'm going to go to the face, turn this on bitch red. That's it. Done. Thumbnail is finished. Normally what I do, and you guys know this already, but normally what I do, and I'm just trying not to over confuse you guys, but I have my little neon joint in here, and I have a YouTube button, and I normally will put that right here. And then I turn the background off because I like it like that. And then my last thing I do, Dylan Bates thumbnail creator plugin, grab the outer glow, drop it like it's hot. Go over here, say save the current frame. Mine is set for JPEG. Done. Video done, nail done, everything did. I'm gonna quit Final Cut as soon as the publish finishes twirling. Okay, so now I'm gonna press quit and double check on y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. Boomy, Alphonic is life. 20 years, bro. 20 years. 20 years. Red button is ugly though. The red button is ugly. But yeah, that's and it matches my other thumbnails, so I can't change it. I mean, I could change it, but it matches my other thumbnails. So let's come over here. Bingo. We're gonna go to create, upload the video, and then push. Grab the thumbnail. Done. Go over here, YouTube success, creator clinic. How to, done. Right? Then we're gonna go grab the chat. And we're gonna grab the description. I'm not even gonna mess with it right now. I'm gonna just pull it. Normally I'll go in here and mess with this sometimes, but today I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it because I gotta travel. Ain't nobody got time to play with this. You can go back and play with it at a later date. This is mostly for the AI to read. People don't read this crap unless there's a link that they want. Okay, let's go look at my titles. Well, let me grab the keyword since I'm here. Copy that. Scroll. Bottom. Add the text. Bingo. Too many. What are we missing? YouTube self-review. No. No. Bingo. These are so good. Oh my God. It doesn't really matter. These are all good, but let's do that. Okay, good. Let's go get the titles. How to actually get your first 25 videos? No. Starting YouTube video in 2026. Do this before you worry about growth. That's actually kind of good. I will add that to my clipboard. I might keep it. Why you feel stuck on YouTube? Simple fix. The only way to get better at YouTube 2026. New to YouTube in 2026. Focus on this first. Spicy. You don't need confidence to start a channel. This is the one. Fuck that. Sorry, bad words. That's the one. Overthinking is killing your YouTube channel. Stop preparing. Why did you blah, blah, you post 25? Okay, that's the one. That's the winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Bingo. Gangster. Monetization. Yes, please. Ad suitability. Always delicious. Video elements. Y'all got to wait. I don't have to wait. Why? Because I publish so much to YouTube, they know that I'm going to pass all the tests. If you publish a lot, you don't have to wait. Do that. Add the subtitle. And then I'm going to add the end screen. Pick from yesterday. Ooh, I skipped it yesterday. Ooh, he messed up. I got to fix that. Then say done. Just in case you missed it, I'll do it again. You want to go here. And then there's a button here that allows you to upload the file. So I hit that. And I grabbed the SRT that we downloaded. I realized I went super quick when I did that. And then you just press done. And then as far as adding the end card, I already have my template. But let's just say in supposition, I didn't have that. You can make your own, right? So the first element is pick a video. I put it right there in the center. And I say best reviewer. The other element that I add was a subscribe element. And I move that over here. That is it. That is my 2. And then I say save. Now, some people put 2 end cards. I only put 1 because if you make people think, then you're making it hard for them. Don't give any choices. Leave a single choice. I press next, and it's going to wait for it to finish uploading. It's only going to take 20 minutes to upload because we are sitting here talking to y'all. All right, questions. I'm going to give you 10 minutes to question me about any steps that you think you missed or I went too fast on, and boom. Oh, Rich is saying that publish is I got it. Okay, good answer. This is why, okay. 100% correct, and I'll fix it. For the newbies, I don't want y'all to overthink this, but Rich is right. I have a simple fix for this, and I'll show it to you. But I don't, definitely don't overthink it. But Rich is correct in this particular case because now I'm looking at it small on my desktop. Actually, let me show you. This will make more sense. Looking at it really tiny on my desktop here. Let's move the camera window out the way. It won't stay in position. But see how small it is? I can't read the word publish that tiny. And some phones, you're going to see it that tightest. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. So, yes, Rich is correct. No, you're right. In this case, I'm going to let you have this one. I just don't want everybody else to overthink it. I want y'all to publish it. Shitty thumbnail, the whole 9 yards. Let the video out. That said, it goes against my religion because shitty thumbnails is not good. I'm going to show you a simple fix for this. Real easy. Man, Final Cut be mad right now because I got too much shit open. Okay. It's here. Load the video. What are you doing? Okay. So, what Rich is saying is like right here, this is kind of hard to see. So, a couple ways you can fix this. You can grab a gradient overlay, which you can get from down here in the bottom. And then you can go to like solids will work. You can go to pattern backgrounds. You can get a texture. There's a bunch in here. So you can grab the gradient one and drop it under publish. Get here. And then you would switch this one to black. And then you switch this one to white. And then bring the opacity down. But then I'm going to crop it anyway. I normally use a different plugin for this, but I don't want to scare you with plugins because you might not have them. So now I'm going to just take the top and pull it down. And then I'm going to ghost this this line. I have a plugin that makes this easier, but if you don't have that plugin, it's going to be a little bit weird. I'm switching it to gray so it's not as harsh. What is the iMovie gray gradient? I never heard that. Anyway, so now you can go over here and you can play with the blend modes, like multiply, and then bring the opacity a little bit so you can make it stick out. I don't really like that. I'm not going to do it that way. It's better to just change it back. Another one. See, I have this adjustment layers thing. Actually, I think this is free. If I remember correctly, it might be free. Where the frick is adjustment layers? There it is. I think this is free. I don't remember. I'm going to just do it the lazy way. I'm going to be lazy today. Because ain't nobody got time to be here playing around all day. Switch it back to white. It don't got to be cute. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Bingo. Yep, replace it. I'll play with thumbnails at a later date. Ain't nobody got time for that. What I do with that page? And then just go and update the. I'm just going and drag the new thumbnail in. So, good catch, Rich. All right, better. And then, so, I guess this is funny because me and Katie had this conversation this week, Rich. I know that people that come from publishing, like Katie, or people that come from like copywriting or design, they do it. But the general human don't even know how to type it on the keyboard. So when chat started doing it, and now somebody even said this in threads, it was a funny conversation, that everybody be so mad at chat for using M dashes, but it uses M dashes because it's grammatically correct. But the problem is the general population doesn't know that. And so now everybody sees it as that's a dead giveaway that chat wrote it. And I'm like, it's kind of funny. Actually, Paul was in that conversation with us too in our Slack group. And it is kind of a shame that the M dash has become so bastardized that it's a dead giveaway that if you made something with AI, that I tell my AIs not to do it. But yeah, the average person doesn't know how to type them on their keyboard, so that's why most people don't even know how to do it. And so I get where it comes from, but it is kind of funny. And if I can find that thread, it's worth reading through because it's pretty hilarious. Pretty hilarious. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate you, bruh. No, we're not saying iMovie again. We're not saying iMovie again. All right, so there you go. You got it, though. That's it. The video is done. I'm just waiting for it to upload. From here on out, we just waiting on YouTube. But like legit, if I wasn't talking to y'all, that whole entire process take me, how long is that video? Let me see. That video, oh no, dude, just give me the time frame. It's 11 minutes and 41 seconds. It would take me about 24 to 25 minutes to do that. If I'm not talking to y'all, soup to nuts, everything, 24 to 25 minutes. That's how I published 414 of them some bitches. Not overthinking it, not over tweaking. In the beginning, it would take me an hour or two a piece because I was tripping. And then I was like, nah, man, ain't no need to be tripping. Just be done. Just get that damn video out. So now I'm going to be more a-hole about the excuses because I just showed y'all how to do it when I could be packing. I'm just saying. I'm going on vacation. I love you guys. Everybody have a wonderful 2026. I will be doing random drive-by lives from Japan, but the timing will be so off. Most of y'all will be asleep, so y'all be catching replays and whatnot. If you haven't done so already, go peep the new channel. Let me get a link because I don't know what the heck it is. Shut up, Gretchen. She's so evil. She is so evil. She says she's the nice lady, but she is so evil. Yo, dude, the vertical stream died, I think. Maybe it didn't. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. Yo, she is so evil. She said, oh my God, she's so evil. Why? Why is she like that? Oh God. Okay, go to YouTube. Let me find a new link. Oh yeah, I just said I'm starting it from Japan, so I'll be there soon, and you will see. You will see. Oh, you dummy. Oh my God. Dyslexic fingers is terrible. Okay, there it is. I am my one and only subscriber. Actually, no. We got 32 subscribers now. Aubrey, when I say I'm looking for the link and you ask me for the link, that's the same thing my lady does to me while I'm washing dishes. Tell me to wash the dishes. Not good look. I know Michelle do that to Mikey. Mikey be cleaning his room. No, he don't. Let me stop lying on my nephew. He ain't cleaning his room. But she be like, boy, clean your room. He already cleaning his room. My mom used to say that kind of stuff so she can feel like she was momming me. How come you dressed up, Michelle? You got court? Oh, she went shopping. She went to the Apple store. Oh, she giggly now. All right, family. I'm going to vacation. I will see y'all soon. I'll be posting things on the new channel. I might come through and do whatever. But I appreciate everybody for hanging out today. I hope y'all learned something. I hope y'all ready to get it in 2026 and put a foot in his butt like it slapped your sister. Like, yo, I'm going to be real cranky when I keep seeing people making excuses because this joint is so easy right now. It's so easy. It's so easy to fall in love. Like, it's way too easy. Like, way too easy. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it done. Ate MC. Good to see you. Maligayan Pasco. Sa inyong lahat. Nobody got that except for Marian. Thank you for coming through, fam. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all have fun and Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Bye.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love